Most people think that when we talk about sexuality, we're all about sex. Well, if it's sex, what's wrong with talk sex? Find out what's wrong with it, then you deal with it. Because sex, as far as I'm concerned, was created by God, just like most things. So if some of us tend to look into it, to discuss it, we're trying to bring enlightenment to the society to see how some things can be corrected and some things can be enjoyed. So like I said, you and your sexuality is very important for you to look into your sexuality. Because you see, when I say sexuality, it has to do with your whole being, what triggers you sexually. Because every human being is a sexual creature. The male was created with the penis, the woman with the vagina. And all these are sexual organs, and they play a very important role in our well-being. Take for instance now somebody that has a malfunctioning with his penis. Now most of the decisions you make in life, especially with relationship, will boil down on that malfunction. Sometimes he will not see himself as a complete man because of that malfunction. So most of the decisions he will make, most of the ways he will behave in a relationship will boil down to that malfunction in his own body. So, but when he begins to take note of his sexuality, just by gaining some knowledge, you'll be able to correct that malfunction in the body. Every malfunction can be corrected, first from the mind, right? Then with the knowledge you gain, it can be corrected. But if you go with this attitude before people think sex, you'll be carrying your malfunction throughout life, and it will be affecting your decisions in life. Whereas you can just pay attention to it and see how it can be corrected. Everything can be corrected. Or take for instance, somebody with that kind of malfunction, mostly it starts from childhood. Now if the mother or the parents are those kind of people that think you shouldn't look into such things before you spoil the child, or people will think you're too, they will just allow a child to grow with that malfunction without looking deep into it. Whereas it can be corrected from childhood. But because the parents have been nonchalant about it, or they have a very warped idea about sex, so they leave it like that. They leave the child to grow like that. And the child ends up growing with that kind of malfunction. Whereas it could have been corrected from childhood and spare the child that kind of pain in adulthood. So sex is not a bad thing to look into it. No. Moreover, with the society we live in now, where everything is just out there, even children have access to see some graphic pictures, some graphic videos that during my time I would have fainted seeing such things. But now small children are looking into it. So it's not something to hide under the carpet. It's not something to bury your head like the ostrich in the sand and think that nobody's seeing, whereas your ass is still showing up there. No, it's something to look into deeply so that some things can be corrected. Some ideas about sex that people go around portraying, it's just the ideas they get from wrong information that could be corrected. So your sexuality is something that you should look deep into. Don't joke with it. As you take care of what you eat, what you put into your body, the things you want to eat, so also you should take care of the things you want to think about sexually, the things you want to do sexually, and the person you want to be associated with sexually. It's very important. Some of us just pay attention to food, what we eat. We like to eat this meat, we like to eat this food, we like to eat that thing. But when it comes to sex, you say, no, don't discuss that. No, don't. There's nothing like that. Discuss it. It's very important. So pay attention to your sexuality. When we talk about it, pay attention. Think deeply about what you hear, especially in my page. When I talk about it, don't turn around from it. Listen. It's very important.